We're absolutely delighted that you'd like to fundraise with SuperKind, the world's first cross-charity fundraising platform designed specifically for under 16s and their schools. This video is here to talk you through the process of setting up your fundraising campaign and inviting your students. So to start with, you'll navigate to the Fundraising Campaigns tab on the left-hand side and hit the black Add New button. It may be that if you followed a direct link to set up a campaign, you'll already be straight at this form. Of course, that's a great place to be. And the form may or may not already be populated with the charity name. But if it isn't, you can type that in. So for example, I'm going to go for the Children's Book Project. And then you can set a campaign name. So for example, Our School's 2024 Bookathon. We'll skip past this phase of adding students for now, and we'll come back to that. So we'll dive straight into adding images. You can add a header image, which should ideally be wide and short. And I've prepared one here. And a thumbnail image, which should ideally be square. Then you can add a bit of text about the campaign. So I'm going to paste a bit that I wrote earlier. This is just some text about what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how people can support you. Sometimes if you're taking part in a big campaign organised by a charity, they may have already shared some sample text with you. And then this blue box, if you plan on inviting students to create their own pages on SuperKind affiliated with the campaign, you can use this box to provide some text that will be copied into their fundraising pages. They'll be able to edit this field, but it will give them a really great head start if you write about what the campaign involves and why you've chosen to raise money for this charity. Similarly, students invited to campaigns will inherit the images and the videos that we're about to add, the page colour, the end date, etc. So for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to paste the same bit that I wrote above, but of course we'd encourage you to write something in the children's voices instead. And then you can set a fundraising target and an end of campaign date. So the end of campaign date is just there so that 6 months after that date, the page will close and it will stop taking donations. You also have the opportunity to add a personalised thank you message for your donors to let them know how much their donation means to you and also the charity that you've chosen to support. And then there's the opportunity to add further photos that will appear at the bottom of your page and a link to a video if you'd like. You can also set the page colour to perhaps your school colours or school logo colours if you'd like the page to feel a bit more branded. If not, it will inherit the charity's page colours, so in this case pink and green. And then this box at the bottom is just, it's up to you whether you'd like your page to feature at the bottom of your school's page. I suggest you do leave it ticked, but of course it's up to you and you can untick it if you want. And then you're ready to hit Create Campaign. You can click this button directly to invite your students, or if you'd like to, you can click the X and click on this to preview your page and check that you're happy with it. Once you are, you can share the URL on social media or on WhatsApp groups, email outreach, and your school website. And you can also pop this QR code on posters around the school and have parents and other visitors scan the posters to donate. So now the next stage is to invite students to your campaign. If you want to invite students in your school to have their own individual pages that contribute to this campaign. So we'll go back to campaigns and then go to the Students tab and hit Invite Online Students. I've chosen the Invite rather than the Add button because you can invite on bulk using CSV files, which makes the process super smooth for you. So I'm going to scroll down and add a CSV file I prepared earlier. You can see that there are two columns. The left-hand column contains student names, and please do put the first and last names in the same column. And then the right-hand column contains their email addresses. If your students don't have their own email addresses, of course, feel free to use their parents'. And you can scroll down and invite them to the campaign that we've just created by ticking that box. These students will then receive an email inviting them to join your campaign on SuperKind once you hit Submit Student Emails. So I really hope this has been helpful, and I wish you the very best of luck with your fundraising. If we can help with anything at all, then please don't hesitate to get in touch.